So I've recently gotten into this discussion with some of my fellow Pokemon Legends players on whether or not Eternatus is overpowered and why I ban it in my battles. If you take one good look at Eternatus, maybe even just the slightest glimpse, you can see that Eternatus has these amazing stats. 140 base HP, 145 base special attack, and 130 base speed. That gives him almost 400 in all three of these stats, which is insane. That kind of gives it the power to kill everything, outspeed everything, and take a hit from almost anything. So the question is, what can you do to oppose Eternatus? Well, my first thought was something like Lunala, who has this ability called Shadow Shield. If this Pokemon is at full HP, damage taken from attacks is halved. That means it can get off an Ice Beam and just, well, hopefully wipe the floor with it. Yeah, look at that. 85.7% damage. That is until you realize Eternatus has this move called Mystical Fire, which, if you don't know, 100% chance to lower the target's special attack. That means Lunala, right off the bat, gets -1 special attack, and it only does at least 57% at max. That means that it's lost its ability. Okay, it no longer has the ability. It's at -1 special attack, and then it gets wiped by Eterna Beam. Okay, let's do this with Lugia too. Lugia. You use Mystical Fire, -1 special attack. Hold on. For the sake of this, let's max out the special attack. At max, 30%. It loses its ability, and then it gets wiped by Eterna Beam. Okay. So let's just move on to a different type move. Escadrille. Escadrille is ground type, and ground type is super effective to Eternatus, who is Poison Dragon. So, wait. Escadrille has these pretty good stats that are kind of capable of killing anything. 135 attack, 110 HP, and 88 speed. Let's listen to the damage calc right quick. Look at that. It one-shots. It destroys Eternatus. And then you suddenly remember Eternatus still has Flamethrower. It just wipes the floor with Escadrille before it ever even gets a chance to move. 400 speed versus 300, that's an entire 100 speed difference. Okay, but let's argue that it has Focus Sash. It no longer one-shots. It loses Life Orb, and Escadrille can no longer kill Eternatus. Just like that. But okay, why use Escadrille in a tier riddled with legendaries? Anything goes. So let's move to Groudon. Groudon has this ground type move, which has 120 base power and 85 accuracy. It one-shots, but it gets one-shot before it ever moves. Useless. Almost max HP here. Let's put it at max just to... Yeah. Gets one-shot, max attack, adamant, leftovers. It never even gets a chance. Deoxys is an interesting one. This is what I'm told to use every time Eternatus is brought up. This Pokemon is said to just easily kill it. But then you realize that it's so incredibly fragile that these amazing stats right here, 450, 438, 328, don't matter. This Pokemon has earned its title as a suicide Pokemon because its only use is to go in, kill one thing, and then die itself. The number one item on Deoxys is Focus Sash because this Pokemon is so incredibly fragile that it can never live any hits from any Pokemon. So let's throw Deoxys attack into the damage calc. Wipes the floor with Deoxys, but it has Focus Sash, so it's gonna live at least 2 hits. Psychic kills Eternatus, or can kill Eternatus. Let's make this Ice Beam for Eternatus. Ice Beam. Yeah, okay. But the thing is, we're all competent PvPers here. We know our way around the battle. So we do this little thing called switching out. Does nothing. Klefki, probably the most popular PvP Pokemon in this game, suddenly does nothing. Dialga even does nothing. Kyogre does nothing. Okay, let's move on to something that's more bulky. A bulky sweeper. Ridiculous. This Pokemon has Calm Mind, Recover, and Psyshock. It's mainly built to just eat attacks, build up its HP and its special attack and special defense, and then just sweep your entire team. Let's put Eternatus back here and sweep your entire team. But it doesn't work. Eternatus just one-shots them. Okay, so let's instead do something that's a whole bunch faster and a whole bunch stronger, just right off the bat. Alakazam. Alakazam at most does 88.8%, or at base version, not even Mega, does 88.8. Okay, let's make this Mega, and suddenly it can one-shot. Eternatus can also one-shot. But then let's once again just switch out. Useless Pokemon. Look at this, Sucker Punch, which is a priority move, kills it just like that. Klefki, once again, one of the most popular Pokemon in the PvP scene. Just like that, gone. Groudon, Dialga. Yeah, you get the picture. Eternatus is proving itself to be really strong. Okay, let's move on to a Dragon type move instead. Draco Meteor. Draco Meteor is 130 base power and 90 accuracy. Let's throw this Dialga into the calc. It kills it. It almost kills it 2 times over, actually. Well, that's pretty impressive. Until you realize that you could just switch out. Any fairy type is good against Eterna Beam, which is a dragon type move. Just switch out to Klefki. Useless. Zacian even. Useless. I mean, you could just switch your Pokemon, and suddenly these Pokemon that are meant to kill your one, that are kind of designed to only kill your one, are suddenly useless and have to be switched out to just be swept, or for the rest of the team to be swept out by others. Oh, also Eterna Beam almost one-shots if given the chance. Let's hold on. Let's make this modest right quick just to show that it can one-shot, and in fact will. Kyogre. I've had the set of Kyogre for quite a while. That's been plaguing Pokemon Legends. It's attack and defense with Ice Beam, Scald, Calm Mind, and Rest. The thing about this Kyogre, though, is in order for it to actually get to where it needs to be and start sweeping, start setting up, it has to get at least 2 Calm Minds off just to even be useful. But before it can even get one, it loses at least 70% of its HP, and it's just gone like that. You can't even use Kyogre, a Pokemon with incredible defensive stats. I just want to say, the only Pokemon that can kill Eternatus is Eternatus itself. But even that's a 50-50. I mean, I guess you could just say it is a skill issue.